Hello lovelies, it's Sarcasm the Sickness, and welcome back to Skill Link. In today's episode, you will see me drawing the icon, or not the icon, wow, the mascot and banner for Light Stormclaw. Light Stormclaw is somebody who I originally met, like, via Twitter and my comment section and other people's streams and stuff. And he is a huge supporter of a bunch of different PokeTubers, myself and Pedro included. And we got to meet him at PAX South, so if you watch the vlogs, you got to see him a lot in the vlogs and in people's pictures. There's a lot of pictures of him on Twitter. As per usual, his Twitter and channel will be in the description below. Those links will be there. He does have a channel. He is a PokeTuber, and he uploads a lot of free-for-alls and Wi-Fi battles and stuff onto that, so you should definitely go check that out. You can see how nice the banner looks on his channel and stuff. I'd appreciate you just go and pop by. He's a good guy. So today I do want to talk about, what is it? No, I want to start off by talking about the fact that I haven't recorded a lot of Skill Links in a while. It has been a little bit difficult for me to do so. I guess that's kind of today's topic. It's just like why I haven't recorded them in a while. I do want to touch on the fact that I haven't, and I'm sorry that I haven't. I know you guys really like these, you guys really appreciate these, and I appreciate that you appreciate them. So it has been a little heartbreaking to not have the motivation to do it until now, but I'm feeling a lot better today. So I do want to get one out while I am feeling in higher spirits. That being said, this is like the freaking, like, 7th time I'm trying to record this. The last recording, which was going very well, the freaking program crashed, so hopefully this doesn't crash this time, and hopefully I can keep up feeling good, because that's kind of heartbreaking. It really is heartbreaking when that happens. I don't understand why iMovie just crashes sometimes. It just all of a sudden it's just like, haha, are you recording right now? Nope, bye. So, whatever. Honestly, if it gets to be more of a problem, I will have to download Camtasia and start using that instead. It's more convenient to do it in iMovie, honestly. It just gives me better options for it. Anyway, back onto the thing of the day, the topic, the talk we're talking about. Why I haven't, not even so much why I haven't recorded Skill Link in a while, as much as just, like, my motivation in the past few days. Past like 2 or 3 weeks. How long has it been since PAX South? My lord, it hasn't been that long. It's been a little while, but it hasn't been that long. But as you guys, for those of you who are following my Twitter, you have been exposed to it a lot more than those of you who are exclusive to my YouTube. And those of you on Tumblr have seen it a lot too. There's like 20 people who follow me on Tumblr. I really should start putting the link to my Tumblr in the description, by the way. So I don't know if you guys use Tumblr, but I do, and a bunch of other PokeTubers do, so, you know, there's that. Anyway, yeah, for those of you on my Twitter and Tumblr, you have been exposed to this a lot more than you YouTube friends, which I love all equally. But, I do want to talk about this for everyone to hear, I suppose. I have been pretty down in the dumps lately. I have been pretty bummy lately. And it really has happened, you know, it really has been since PAX South, and not so much because of PAX South, but because of the events following it, and not all of those events really have anything to do with PAX South, as much as just, like, it just happened to happen afterwards, and just, you know, like, you get back from the con, and it's like, I got to meet all these amazing people, and now I have to go back to being stuck in this little room, you know, and it was really cool to be out and just see all these amazing things and all these amazing people, and then to just go home and just be like, I guess I can talk to them on Skype, but, like, I guess that's kind of it. So it's weird. Post-con depression definitely hit me, and I didn't really expect it to, but it did, definitely. And that coupled with, as I talked about it a little bit in my last Skill Link to the letter to my sister, I did talk about a little bit about, you know, one of the events that happened after PAX South, I guess, that kind of rocked my world a little bit, or kind of really shook me down to my core. And since then, honestly, it's not just that, but, like, a lot of different events have had the Pokemon community in a very weird state right now, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are aware of it. I am not going to talk about that. It's not my place to discuss by any means, but I am going to put that out there that just seeing everybody in such an odd state has affected my mood, And of course, because I care about these people, so it of course it's going to affect me, and of course it's going to bother me a little bit. But I guess beyond that, a lot of it has been just my situation, me and Pedro's situation, our situation. The situation being that we don't have a place of our own right now because we are trying to go back onto the road trip. And I know I get that question a lot, like, are you on the road trip? Are you trying to get back on the road trip? Have you given up on the road trip? We have not given up on the road trip. It's just that money is very, very tight. It is a very real thing. And despite the fact that we can and do work to try to get, the funds that we need, the past few days, honestly, like the past like 10 days, like every time we are like, hey, we're in a good spot, we have enough cash for, we have something saved up now, something breaks, something happens, our hard drive broke, we needed to go get a new one. I wasn't able to do work properly because the chair that we had here just became so unbearable. My back was killing me every time, so we had to get a new chair. Every time, there's just so many things breaking. Like, we had to buy a new keyboard because the keyboard that we had broke, or it wasn't even broken, it came broken. We didn't even break it, it came broken. Like, every time we have a little bit of extra money, something decides to just poop itself and die and force us to go spend that little money that we were able to save up on something else. And then because of that, we feel sad, or I feel sad more so, and Pedro wants to make me feel happy. So it's like, here, we have a little bit extra still. Let's go get, some breakfast for you. Okay, so we go get breakfast. We go to Dunkin' Donuts, we get breakfast. I love my Dunkin' Donuts breakfast. It is very important to me. And they screw up the order. It's like, oh, good. Like, Pedro went out of his way to do something to try to make me happy, and it got messed up anyway. It got messed up anyway, despite the fact that we were trying so hard to make me happy, to make things at least a little bit better. Something always happens to screw it up. And it's just the way it's been for like the past, basically like the past 2 weeks or so. Every time something good happens, something worse happens to set us back further, or put my mood in a worse place. And it's just been a lot of stuff. We've been trying to get out of, this situation of living in his parents' house until we can get back onto the road trip. But those plans got interrupted. And actually, if you do watch Pedro's Pokemon Art Academy next Sunday, I suppose, he will talk about that a little bit in that episode. Just the situation of, just our situation of trying to move out of here, and it's just. It's a pain. It's been a real pain, and it's just like a lot of things have been just really bummy, just really bad. Not really bad as much as just like every time, like I said, every time something good happens, something bad happens to make it seem not that great anymore. And nothing. Obviously, obviously, my situation could be a lot worse. My situation can be absolutely abysmal compared to what it is. And I'm not going to sit here and say, that I don't have many blessings in my life. I am very lucky to have, the healthy channel that I do. I'm very, very lucky to have all of you wonderful people that come back every single time and watch these videos and interact with me and talk to me. There are so many people that would love to have as active a comment section as I do. I thank you guys from the bottom of my heart every single time, and I'm sorry that I haven't been able to reply to a lot of comments lately because of my crappy mood, honestly. I do intend to try to go back and reply to things, but it's just been it's been hard for me. It's been really hard, honestly. It's been really hard to get me motivated to do things. I could not have a roof over my head. I could be homeless. I could not have somewhere to stay. I could honestly be, I could have a really crappy relationship. Honestly, having a crappy relationship is worse than having no relationship at all. So, the fact that I am, with such an amazing person, and that we actually do work as a team, and it's despite that all this horrible stuff, not horrible, but all this bad stuff has been happening to us and around us, and, all this stuff has been happening, but we always fight through it together, and that is, I will never, take that for granted. Honestly, that is so just immensely important. That is such a big deal. That is so, I am very much blessed. I am very lucky to have that in my life. But it really doesn't, I guess what it does for me is make sure that I'm not completely and utterly, like, ridiculously depressed. And, you know, having Pedro to make sure that I don't hit rock bottom is a big deal. It really is. And I know a lot of you guys have been kind of worried about me, honestly. Um, and I am very sorry for worrying you guys. I actually got a question in my asking if I'm feeling suicidal, and no, I am not. I I mean, admitted, I already talked about it in another video where I have felt suicidal in the past, and that's a thing. But no, right now I am not that low. I will hopefully never ever feel that depressed ever again. Fingers crossed, of course. But yeah, I am not so far gone that I guess I'm not so depressed that I wasn't able to get videos out for you guys. I'm not so down that I haven't been trying to, like, get things done. But it's just like every time something good happens, every time I try to do something, something happens to screw that up. You know, like, I was so excited to be helping Pedro stream the other day, but then the internet was so bad we couldn't even do that. Or what is it? I have a commission that I have to work on, and I've been owing this for like 3 weeks. I really need to get this done so that I can move on and work on other commissions. But I keep trying to, I just keep trying to wrap my head around it, and for whatever reason I can't. And then the one day that I finally got something good down, finally got something good drawn, my computer crashed, and it has never crashed before in its existence. It has never ever crashed before, and then all of a sudden it just decided, you know what? Yeah, I see you're doing something great there. You look like you're having fun over there. Hey, how about this? Screw you! And it just stopped. It didn't even like turn off. It just it just, all the programs stopped responding, and I couldn't, I tried to, you know, like, quit out of some of them and hope that others would start responding, but it didn't. It was just like, nah, we're just not going to. So I had to turn it off. I had to, you know, like, I had to do like that hard turn off whatever thing where you just hold the computer's head underwater until it freaking finally turns off. That shit. Ugh. That was heartbreaking. I cannot even tell you how heartbreaking that was. And I've been trying so hard to get my feet back underneath me, and it just hasn't been happening. It just really hasn't. And because of it, I've been avoiding a lot of things. Excuse me there. I kind of choked on my own saliva. I've been avoiding things. I've been avoiding getting into, like, Skype calls with people, and for those of you who are in the Skype calls, this isn't because I don't love you. I really do want to be there, but it's like, I'm in such a cruddy mood that I just don't want to, like, put that on other people. I don't want to, like, make other people feel worse because I feel bad. And honestly, that has been a big thing for me, like, it makes me feel bad that I feel bad, because I know that me feeling bad makes Pedro feel bad because he doesn't know how to help me, and I don't know how to help me, so I can't tell him how to help me, and so then it's a vicious cycle of, like I feel bad. Now Pedro feels bad because I feel bad. Now I feel bad because Pedro feels bad that I feel bad, so I feel worse. It's like, it's so bad. It really is. It's just, and I count how many times I've said bad in this episode, I swear to God. But, it's just been such a hard time for me, and I'm really trying my best to get better and to get back into things. And I guess one of the things I am glad for is that I haven't let my channel completely go, because I know people, I know and I understand why that people, like, when they get really down in the dumps, that they just kind of stop having motivation for uploading, and I understand that, and there were some days where it really did take everything in me to get an upload up. But I am glad that I was able to fight through and at least do that for you, even if it hasn't been a lot of Skylink, even if sometimes my heart hasn't been completely in it. I am glad that I was able to at least do that. And now, I guess, my next step is trying to get back to, you know, I really have been trying to get back into the flow of getting commissions done and doing good artwork. And it's been baby steps, but yesterday I think I made a lot of improvement. I think I made a lot of improvement in my mood, and a lot of improvement in my creative flow. So hopefully soon I will be back to, like, 100%. But as it stands right now, I am still I'm just kind of taking it day by day. I'm taking it day by day. So I guess moment to moment I am just just trying to make it through, just trying to push forward, and I do want to take this moment to say thank you all so much who have been worried about me and have been really like wanting to help and try to make me feel better, um and unfortunately there's not really a lot that you guys can do. I do have to fight through this alone. Even Pedro can't help, so it's not you, it really isn't, but I just do want to say thank you so much for caring. I don't know, if you haven't already, please leave a like on this video. In the comment section, let me know, I guess, how you get out of a slump. When you're feeling down and when you're kind of like bumming out, how do you get out of a slump? Or if you don't know how, I don't know, like, what have you tried before? I don't know, if you haven't already, please subscribe, because I appreciate it, and I will see you next time in some other video. Bye!